All right, gentlemen, we're in Brentwood, California. So as you can see, there's a retaining wall here. It's a couple feet high. You can get up to it right there. You can get around to the front. Right here around this border area, what we're going to do is we're going to remove all these rocks. We're going to remove the rocks right down there. Just scrape them off with a rake. All right. Up here, you might want to put a different style of rocks above this little area, but within this border, once you remove the rocks right here, it's going to be a putting green. All right, so this area is going to be a putting green. Now over here, on this area right here, we're going to put a little wine barrel, and we're going to put some river rocks, and we're going to clear these out. All right, everything down there is going to be cleaned up river rock. Right here, it's going to be a wine barrel, okay, tilted like this, and pouring some big cobblestone 2 to 4 inches. So right there, you're only going to need roughly, because those rocks are so huge, half a yard of rocks. Over here, like I said, everything's scraped off. All right, coming all the way to the backside. So far, he said he wants to follow that border. Well, probably if we ran them flat somewhere around here and put something from the wall coming down, and we could utilize all the rocks up there down here. Over here, it's the same thing. This is about 4 feet wide by about, I'd say about 43 feet long. Okay, right here, we're going to be putting just weed fabric and just cleaning up the rocks. So once all these rocks are cleaned up, this area is going to look really nice. You want it all the way? I don't think so. I mean, if you want to, you could. If you guys want to quote them, so let's say it's...
I gotta go look for the marker. Because or else, if the weeds come up, I gotta fucking do it.
Okay, I'll do the whole thing. So let's say telephone pole to telephone pole is 100 feet long. I'll get a linear distance on this one, and I'll show you guys how big it is. And hopefully these rocks will stretch. If not, Nuno, we're going to need some black lava rocks to go to the top. Now coming back here, same thing. Clean up the area right here and make sure it looks clean. This is his property line, as you can see, defined by these borders. Right here, this is a small turf area. Above the retaining wall here, okay, up here, it's another turf area, all right? So up there's a different turf area. That's about 300 square feet, barely 300 square feet, give or take. Now going into the backyard, and I got measurements for all of it, so don't worry about it. Going into the backyard, let me show you. Up here on top of the hill, above this retaining wall, is the rock area. I want to say it's 1,493 square feet. Okay, so what we're going to do is scrape it down, clean it up. All right, clean it up here. And he's going to put rocks on the hillside, some type of small decorative rocks. That hillside's going to go all the way down there to where that small retaining wall starts. Where that starts and starts slanting up, that's the end of it. Right there, okay? Down here is going to be, I want to say it's around 280 square feet. I'll give you the measurements later. I'm going to keep that tree, obviously. But around here is going to be for turf and mulch. Turf and putting green. So around here, we'll kind of are in the middle. We'll put them a little small putting green, maybe like a 18, 19 foot putting green. If we had a 19 foot putting green, we can carve a shape out. It'll look really pretty. It'll look really good. Over here, we're going to be doing more rocks. Over here is around like 178 square feet. All right. It's got pavers and gold fine. So what we want to do up here is just remove the pavers and put down some weed fabric. Coming up here is rocks. Now these steps, I have the linear distance on the steps, but what we want to do is take out the wood. We want to take out the wood and put in stone steps, and we want to put on pavers on top. I got the measurements, so don't worry. All right, coming up here, we're going to remove these steps, and put new steps. Over here, continue with the rock, okay? Coming over here by the pool, we're gonna do some type of rocks on these hills, but I just want to show you these large stones. Let me get a close-up shot of them. See them? Nice little moldy bird shit on the stones. There's gonna need to be a gap. If you put rocks up here, whatever kind of decorative style or solution that we can all conjunctively come up with to stick up here on top of the hill, we're gonna have to add one rock on top. So on top, the rocks don't fall down and they don't spill. In this area, and this actually goes way to the back. Let me just show you so we're not like cutting any corners here. I got the measurement of it, but it goes around to the back, okay? Over here, what we got, we're gonna take that fire pit area off, obviously. This is all gonna be turf. So turf coming around this way, circle ring around the tree, even though there's hella roots, just build it up. See how that's really tall? I guess you could just really just build it up and transition it in. Roots coming over to here, they kind of stop over here, so up to here is turf on the left of the shed. These will still be rocks. All right, coming around the other side of the spa, okay, here's the rest of the area that we put with turf. So your irrigation control valves. Here's a nice little beautiful lemon tree. Please keep the turf out of the lemon tree. We're gonna go all the way to the edge. All right, we're gonna go down there all the way up to the house. This whole little gap is gonna be filled with turf. So whatever you charge me for that, charge me for the gap. I told them